that Meghan has been going to a few parties recently without Harry, and he's been at home. And so
Harry is so much better on his own, and the evidence appears to keep adding up. Louise, is there more than...
The digital world was so important to us because my wife in 2018 was the most trolled person in the world. There was...
It all started like a fairy tale. Meghan Markle, the ambitious actress from Los Angeles, captured not just the heart of Prince Harry, but the imagination of millions around the world. When she walked down the aisle at St. George's Chapel in 2018, it wasn't just a wedding. It was history. A modern woman, biracial, independent, American, stepping into one of the oldest monarchies on earth. The tiara sparkled, the gospel choir sang, and the press dubbed it a new era for the royals. But oh, how quickly that dream turned into a cautionary tale. Because now, years later, Meghan's alleged fairy tale has turned into strategic survival. And sources say she may already be mapping her next big move. Out.
Or that anyone is trolled, so to speak. But when, like we said earlier in relation to the Wowsers, when you're in the public sphere, there's
Harry's people, that he's got a couple of rooms somewhere in Montecito where they can go to and have a bit of quiet time away from Meghan and the children. One of them is supposed to be a bungalow, which...
Lately, the rumors have been relentless and oddly specific. Meghan, insiders claim, has been spotted at ultra-exclusive industry parties and billionaire-only galas. And always alone. Not a hint of Harry in sight. Reports say she's been reintegrating herself into high-powered circles in both Los Angeles and New York, showing up at female empowerment luncheons, Silicon Valley retreats, and quiet meetings at invite-only charity auctions. Meanwhile, Prince Harry is said to be retreating, emotionally and literally. He's allegedly renting a quiet bungalow away from the Montecito estate where Meghan and the kids stay. That separation, both physical and symbolic, is fueling the fires of a royal split, like one that could send shockwaves around the world.
It does make me wonder because all signs point to some issues behind the scenes. I mean, professionally, they've had to separate. Their brand was toxic. They were practically radioactive.
For Meghan, appearances are everything. In public, she still smiles, still speaks about sustainability, still drops phrases like mental wellness and community leadership. But behind those curated sound bites, insiders claim something far more calculated is brewing. And it's not just career reinvention, it's billionaire ambition. One specific name keeps popping up in elite circles, a certain ultra-wealthy Arab businessman who's rumored to be very interested in Meghan. Apparently, he's been asking around about her, quietly, discreetly, but persistently. Meghan, for her part, seems to be entertaining the attention, at least enough to stay on the radar.
America and the UK as well. So whether that travels into a separation for them, let's hope not, because there are two children at stake here, and they're both victims of...
What's going to happen about Harry and Meghan split rumors, but these rumors have been going around now. There is nothing of substance that I've been able to find.
But let's rewind. When Meghan married into the royal family, she didn't just say, I do to a man. She said yes to a brand, a system, and a lifestyle she perhaps didn't fully understand. Insiders now say she expected royalty to come with a never-ending buffet of wealth, protection, and global admiration. Instead, she found herself isolated, scrutinized, and, this is key, disappointed. Harry's inheritance, while notable, wasn't billionaire level. Their royal perks? Gone the moment they stepped away from the firm. And instead of private islands and world tours, Meghan allegedly found herself managing PR disasters, mortgage payments, and a husband slowly unraveling under pressure.
The World Privacy Tour didn't quite turn out the way that we thought that it would, but so why is he bringing this up now?
Yeah, so this is the Nexus conference. Now, if you think back to a couple of years ago...
And the projects? Yikes. Let's just say Hollywood isn't handing out second chances. Meghan's podcast with Spotify was abruptly canceled. Her lifestyle brand? Quietly shelved. The infamous pineapple slicing moment on her cooking segment? Viral for all the wrong reasons. Viewers mocked the footage for being tone-deaf and amateurish. Even insiders from her own production team reportedly admitted the content was flat and lacked direction. The internet responded with memes, late-night jokes, and one harsh truth. Meghan Markle, once hailed as a modern icon, was beginning to look like just another out-of-touch celebrity scrambling for relevance.
They've had the acrimony, they've lived through it themselves, and they won't want that for Lilibet and Archie either. But moreover to that, I really find that I'm seeing Harry and Meghan much happier professionally working.
Story here.
Well, yes, and she's been dubbed Meghan Markle because the product...
And now we arrive at the billionaires. Because if the royalty isn't cutting it, and Hollywood's turned cold, where else do you go? You go up. Word has it that Meghan's been circling the kinds of men who own tech companies, telecom giants, and yachts the size of football fields. We're talking Wall Street sharks and Silicon Valley titans. The kind of people who don't just want arm candy, they want brand ambassadors, public faces, global symbols. And Meghan? Well, she fits the mold. Beautiful, articulate, media-trained, and most importantly, available. Or at least potentially.
Without Harry, and he's been at home.
Beautiful pictures of Harry in Vancouver. The big smile, he's so engaged, and Arthur Edwards, of course, who's followed him.
Now becoming a regular thing for him because they have to be financially independent. Of course, I'm not privy to how much he got paid to speak if he got paid.
So where does this leave Harry? Reportedly lost. Publicly, he still smiles beside her, still plays the supportive husband, still champions mental health causes, but insiders say the spark is gone, that he misses his family, that he misses stability, and that Meghan, ever the strategist, sees that longing as dead weight. She allegedly wants more. More connections, more power, more leverage. And if that means moving on from Harry, sources say, then so be it. And then there's the Elon Musk angle. Though unconfirmed, the mere suggestion that Meghan is interested in or being courted by someone like Musk is enough to ignite headlines. Because Meghan understands the media game. Name-dropping the world's richest wildcard keeps her relevant. It keeps her on tabloid front pages and influencer wish lists. Does Musk actually want her? Probably not, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that people are talking. Speculation is power. And in Meghan's world, relevance is oxygen.
And part of the reasons as to why they have committed suicide is online trolling and social media. So that is what he is trying to link back to, which of course is an extremely important cause. But
meanwhile, back in Montecito, neighbors whisper that the relatable mom image Meghan has tried to cultivate is wearing thin. Sustainability speeches delivered between private jet flights. Empowerment podcasts made in multi-million-dollar homes. Even Tyler Perry, who gave the couple their first post-royal home, is reportedly keeping his distance. Oprah? Silent. The Obamas? Absent. The A-list allies are disappearing, and Meghan? She's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. And here's the most brutal irony. Meghan left the monarchy to be free, to be empowered, to build something on her own terms. But what she left behind, the press attention, the automatic prestige, the palace staff that made life effortless, those were things even billionaires can't replicate. The title Duchess used to unlock rooms. Now, it's a conversation starter at best. Her brand, once bulletproof, is showing serious cracks. And Meghan knows better than anyone. When your brand starts slipping, you either rebrand or you vanish.
For children who have lost their parents through warfare, he has lost a mother. So there's great resonance with this charity. And what he's done is he's put an invitation out, and they're asking all the families involved with that charity to jump on a Zoom call with him, and they can ask him questions about Christmas time and what it's like for a prince. But no involved in that. And to Louise's point about the separation, this is an opportunity where they could actually come together. It's completely innocuous. It's a goodwill. She's not just going to pop up in the background at least and, hold up one of the kids or show what they've got ready for tea, to show them as a couple, as a family together, because they're talking directly to families. I also think this shows Harry has always known, which is service. It's what he does best. He grew up learning to serve. It's how his mother...
Rumors of divorce are no longer just rumors. They're recurring. And not from trolls, from insiders. People allegedly close to Meghan say she's not panicking. In fact, she's thriving. One even said, she doesn't see divorce as failure. She sees it as leveling up. That's right. To Meghan, every ending is just another pivot point. Actress to royal, royal to activist, activist to mogul, and now mogul to solo powerhouse. Meghan 4.0 is coming, and she's not taking prisoners. What makes this even more intense is how carefully the pieces are being moved behind the scenes. Sources claim there's no sign of lawyers just yet, but Meghan's PR machine has shifted. She's talking more about personal empowerment, less about family unity. Her brand is tilting solo, and fast. The question isn't if she leaves, it's when, and what she walks into next.
Meghan, not that. So I think he really needs to think about how he is communicating that message.
Harry, on the other hand, looks tired, confused. A man caught between love and legacy. He traded in royal tradition for California freedom, but now he's allegedly stuck in a life that doesn't feel his own. At appearances, Meghan commands the room. Harry lingers in the background. One observer put it plainly: Harry's not her equal. He's her accessory.
Up for those families and really ensuring that that cause hits the headlines, not Meghan being trolled, which we have heard about many, many times before.
Now, Louise, still with Meghan and onto her releasing more products under her As Ever label, there's been
And when your identity becomes someone else's brand, resentment builds. Insiders say Harry has expressed frustration, quietly in trusted circles, about their lifestyle, the endless PR obligations, and yes, the money. Reportedly, he wants to slow down. Meghan wants to scale up. And in a marriage, that's a collision course. The whispers are loud, the signs are all there, and if Meghan's history tells us anything, she doesn't wait around. When she's ready to pivot, she pivots hard. The billionaires are watching, the invitations are coming, and Harry? He might soon be just another chapter in Meghan's perfectly scripted transformation story. Buckle up, because this next move could change everything.
Just goes to show sort of like the prevalence of them really now taking part of headlines. And of course, as you said, privacy is so important. Thinking back to this, then I think it sort of takes away from the really important matter at hand and the important topic, which is those.
Whew. This story is hotter than a Montecito wildfire, and the drama is far from over. What do you think? Is Meghan really lining up her next billionaire power play? Or is this all just media madness? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button if you love a royal shakeup, and don't forget to subscribe to Hush Buzz, where the tea is always spicy, the shade is royal, and the drama never sleeps. See you in the next one.